Welcome to episode number 69 of the Keep Up Podcast,
where we'll hug your face.
An alien reference?
Yeah.
What were you looking at?
I was just looking at your faces.
But you looked over there.
Sure, I did.
Oh, it's not a pun. You're just saying a word.
Sure, I am.
They don't even know.
You ever have someone like look just slightly over your shoulder, like they're afraid of something, and it's terrifying?
Yeah, that happens with Oscar all the time.
Your cat?
My cat.
That's even scarier if an animal does it.
He's just sitting, looking at the ceiling. I was going to say he's sitting on the ceiling. That's
also scary.
That would be wicked scary.
And looking over your shoulder? Like there's something scarier than that behind you?
What could it be?
That's terrifying.
What is the deepest fear of a cat?
I don't know. An already possessed cat that's sitting on the ceiling.
They're already so evil.
Yeah,
I know.
You can't trust them.
Soul stealers.
All right, welcome to episode number 69 of the Keep Up Podcast.
Yep.
Brett already said that, but I decided to reiterate.
That's fine. Sounds like you're taking the reins this
Yeah,
week. Go ahead, Tim. Have at it.
Go ahead, Santa.
That was me. That was me talking. Anyways, we have a guest again this week.
Oh, we do.
There's a guest?
There's a guest.
No one told me about this.
Yeah.
Who is it?
Sorry, we should
Tim,
have told Nate about the
it's-
guest.
Yeah, it's rough. I'm here this week filling in for JB.
Yep.
Yeah.
Who is on
The
every
Jonas
week.
Brothers?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Jonas Brothers.
Yeah. We refer to them collectively as JB.
Yeah. So Nate, tell us about yourself.
My
Who are
name-
you? What do you do? Why do you do
it's
it?
Nate.
How do you do
so,
it?
And
Why
I
do you do it?
do it a
Because
lot
you do it.
because it's fun.
I mean, that was good. That was initiation to be able to guest host this podcast.
We've never done that to anyone else.
We've done it to everyone,
Okay.
but that's why you're the guest. Let's talk about his shirt.
All right.
What would Scooby do?
I do love that shirt.
I love it. I saw it
It's
earlier today, and I was
magical.
like, dude, this is boss.
Yeah, it
I
is
forget
boss.
where I got it. I think I found it. Did I find it in the internet? I think I did.
like
That's
you
where
went
I
swimming.
find things. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I try to.
Nate, what's it like to be on this podcast now?
Well, you know, it's my biggest dream, you know?
The biggest
I've always
one?
seen like people on the podcast.
Yeah.
Like, I could be sitting here.
You could be.
You could be the one.
And you
The
are.
whole- yeah, I'm here.
And there you are.
And you brought this mic thing.
See, my goal on this podcast is
Mhm.
to be the best guest.
Right.
So
Okay.
I have some
Ooh.
surprise.
That's
I
mean,
like.
this is surprise number one.
yeah.
Right.
I mean, that's huge. That's a huge thing. You know,
It
as
is.
as an avid listener and or watcher, depending on what you do, you know how to satisfy us.
Do you watch or listen?
I do sometimes both, you know?
Oh, see, that's good.
Commitment.
He's not.
I mean, I might not watch or listen to the same podcast that I watch.
Right.
You know.
For
I go,
sure.
like watch and then watch.
You were real excited about that, Brett. Right.
I like to sometimes respond really aggressively.
Yeah. No, it's how you stay awake.
Exactly.
Right.
It also livens up the conversation sometimes.
Right.
Yeah, I know.
See? Exact right.
Yeah, of course.
And then you interrupt your own responses. Like,
Right.
exactly, that's what I mean.
Guys, you got
See
it.
that's what I'm
Get in
saying.
the way of yourself.
Right. So just try it.
What word did you just invent a second ago?
Let's roll back the tape. not your tongue.
Oh,
Not
okay.
how it takes sound.
What kind of tapes have you
What?
been-
That's what happens when you spin the little thing on the back of VHS.
It's like a
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. It's exactly.
Yeah, it was Skagly.
Caligorf.
Caligorf.
What's our podcast about, Nate?
TV. We can start with TV. How about that?
Just bounces into a category. I like it. That was good.
What? I mean, he missed stupid questions.
Yeah, that's true.
Missed reflections
Oh, you have to reflect this week?
a little bit.
Oh, can we do that right
Yeah.
now?
Well,
All
then
right.
Maybe Brett's question was a stupid question.
It
Because
is.
it always starts with stupid questions.
That's true. So wait.
I think it might be reflections first this week
Okay, I have stupid questions, but
because we don't usually have reflections.
right.
Who's stupid now, Nate? I'm just kidding. You're a great guest.
That's
Bring
it.
that mic back to your face.
Or bring it to me. I'll talk.
Hey,
double
thanks
spin.
for coming on the podcast.
Yeah,
Hey,
thanks.
thanks for
I
having me.
appreciate your friendship.
I appreciate your friendship. That didn't come out fully but some of the
Most of
word
the
was
letters
there.
were
you're
there.
good.
I
getcha.
appreciate French.
If he messes up more than I do during the podcast, then we're in.
It sounded like you said, "I appreciate your French lips." I don't think we're French.
No, I don't think so either.
Are you French?
Oui.
Okay. Reflections.
Please, a moment to reflect.
What are you reflecting on? Are you familiar with reflections?
I'm actually not.
Are you?
Okay.
I can't
He's
remember.
not.
a time.
Do you even listen?
Yeah, but we haven't reflected in a hot minute.
That's true. How
'Cause
long is a hot minute?
It's long,
Okay.
for sure.
Mhm.
But remember, Rachel was on the podcast. She had no idea.
Wow.
Remember?
You can watch us.
I mean, not a lot.
Okay.
Yeah,
Happens.
it's a thing that people do
Yeah.
every once in a while.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
It's good.
So reflections is where Tim makes mistakes.
Excuse me. Brett created this category.
I did.
I just want to say.
Because I dwell on the past.
Yes, and as you know, I love time travel,
Right.
so I go to the future.
Right.
So I don't care about the past.
Right.
We did go to the future today.
Oh,
Mhm.
we sure did.
That's true.
Talk about that later.
Foreshadowing, which is also dealing with the future.
Wh-
Yeah.
Foreshadowing.
Anyways, so this reflection, podcast number, I want to say 65, I think.
So long ago.
Yeah, it was a while ago.
Let me do some research.
Okay, I believe it was podcast 65. That was the
Okay.
one where we talked about it.
All right. Okay.
And during it, we were talking about Stephen King movies and novels and stuff.
Okay.
And so there's a movie I mentioned
All right.
with James Caan
Okay.
and other people. and
One cheek sneak.
I called
Okay. All right.
and what did I end up calling it? I called it Mercy. That was the name of the movie.
What episode was it? 65.
Did I call it Mercy? No, that's
You
the
called
name.
it Mercy.
What's
The
name
movie's called Misery.
Misery.
Well, it's close. That's pretty darn close.
Apparently, I just agreed with you when you said it.
Well, because you didn't have any idea what I was talking about.
Yeah, but I should have. Sorry, I can't get.
No, you gotta get. Oh, look at the comfort adjusting. Oh my goodness.
All right, here
that
we
chair's gonna break.
It might.
Not because you're heavy. It's just a bad chair.
Okay, whatever, Tim.
Not that you're not heavy.
That was a fat joke.
You're medium.
All right, there we go.
Squeak.
Yeah, the movie's called Misery.
Misery.
And you said Mercy, and I was like,
Mercy.
well, Stephen King has like 1,000 movies
Mm-hmm.
based on his works.
Because he's 1,002 books.
Right,
and
exactly.
two.
I know he's an author.
2 more movies and we're good.
I just
Right.
don't want anyone freaking out and being like, he rewrites books. And actually, this was pointed out to us.
Yes.
Yeah,
By Sarah Daniels.
by Sarah.
You know,
So thanks, Sarah. Also,
for looking out for us.
yeah,
You know that.
not also anything. Just
Yeah,
thanks,
but
Sarah.
I mean, it took us what 4 podcasts to reflect
I wouldn't
on
even
it?
She was
caught
looking
it.
out.
I actually, when I was editing it, I heard it and I was like, "You got binoculars?" I was editing it and I heard it and I was like, "What is Mercy?" But I was like, "Oh, maybe that's just another movie I don't know about."
That's the best thing. I know. When I was editing the podcast, I noticed it and I made a good adjustment. If you're watching
Did
it,
you?
so yeah, I put. He saw Nate's face, which is rude.
It's rude to see Nate's face.
Don't look at me.
Yeah,
It
well,
better be blurred out.
Right.
Yeah.
The whole time. We don't want to give away your identity.
right.
Identity.
And change the voice.
And your voice will sound
What is
very
multiple identities?
What?
Identity?
Is that?
That's certainly not. No, it's identities.
I know. I said it
Yeah.
in the sentence. So.
That's
What are
funny.
multiple identities?
What is?
What a great question.
How do you say multiple moose?
Moose?
Mooses?
Mises.
Mices?
So are we still reflecting, or we
Mooch.
got into stupid questions now?
Mooch.
Mooches.
It's
I know, that was it. It was a quick reflection.
Just that one. So there's no movie called Mercy that
No.
is based on a Stephen King novel.
There may be a movie called Mercy.
I'm sure there is.
I
but
bet. Hold on.
That's why I made the rest of that sentence.
What do you guys think it's about?
I made that sentence. What, Mercy?
Yeah. Nate, description, go.
God, I knew you were gonna go over me first.
Of course, you're the guest.
You're the guest.
So there's this guy
Yeah, for sure. No,
in a
he's
house,
Uh-huh.
and the house is alive,
Okay.
okay.
and he's trying to get out.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But the thing he needs to do to get out
Uh-huh.
is say the word
Right.
mercy.
Mercy. Ooh, that's a
But he
spicy
doesn't
tale.
know that.
No, he has to figure it out.
Right, and there's puzzle pieces throughout the house.
Mm.
And he has to solve the puzzle at the end.
Yes.
And on the puzzle it says mercy me.
Right.
So there's the twist. He says, "Oh, mercy me. What do I have to say?"
Right.
He didn't say mercy. He said mercy me.
Right. And
that's-
when he says it, the door's on lock, but then he says the me part, and they lock up again.
Right. So he's like,
And he's like, "What's happening?"
"What's happening to me?"
And he dies in the house. Spoiler alert. But that is what it's about.
Yeah, that
So-
I mean, that's a good movie, I think.
It is.
See how that worked?
Yeah.
I planted a seed and you
It's
guys
good.
just like expounded on it.
That's it. I
That's
mean,
good.
that's what we are. We're the farmers in the market, as I like to say.
The Boston market.
Let's go to stupid questions.
Okay. You have one?
Kind of. It's
You-
more of a stupid statement.
Oh, please. You ever, when you wear a zip up hoodie, do you zip it and unzip it all the time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did that at work because my pocket is where my
Hands are.
yeah, no, well, sometimes it's where my pen is, so I have to unzip it and then I zip it back up when I'm done.
Oh, that's
Oh,
seems-
inside?
Yeah.
That seems frustrating.
Inside packets are
Packets.
Packets.
Shh.
Okay.
Inside
Oh, wait,
pockets.
blah, blah, blah.
Ba la la la.
Oh crap.
That was rewinding. Okay. Stupid statement.
Well, first we were still talking about sweatshirts.
Yeah.
Oh.
You guys ever do anything weird in high school with clothes?
What do you mean?
Tim, you need to
Expound on
be
that, please.
way more specific.
All right.
Yes, I used to. Wait, in high school.
High school specifically.
All right, because when I was, are you okay?
There was some ginger ale in that one, and then peanut
Oh,
butter.
I felt that in your heart.
Ginger
in
ale.
my heart.
You felt that in his heart.
Yes.
I used to chew on my sleeves.
You used to Jew on your sleeves?
Nope, I would chew on my sleeves.
No offense.
I would to sleeves. I used to chew
To slaves? Is that what you said?
No, to sleeves, Tim. Stop.
I just can't. Every
Dude,
sentence you
The
say.
Jews were slaves once.
I said sleeves. This is the worst day of my life.
All right. Well,
So this is episode of blah 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 of the Peakeeper podcast.
The Pinky's a birthday.
what was that? The pizza cast?
the pizza contest.
I can't even.
It's too
This is what
late.
happens when I'm tired.
Yeah, we're
This is
recording
Midnight
late.
Madness.
Ugh.
All right. Clothes.
I-
Let's back it
What
up.
did we do weird with clothes?
In
high school.
Because when I was younger, I used to blow my nose on my shirt.
Oh.
Yeah, that was gross. I don't know why I thought it was okay.
No, so you did that in high school though?
No, that's why I said. That's why I asked about the high school thing, and then
Oh.
I clarified before high school because at some point I found out about tissues.
Yeah. At some point in your life.
Oh, those are a thing, huh?
Oh,
So I tried to start a fad in school. This is freshman year.
that's a good time to start a fad.
No, I'm so embarrassed to even tell the story.
I cannot wait.
So I used to come into school with my sweatshirt on backwards. I used to have the hood laying in front.
You put
and
popcorn in it.
You did that?
I did that.
That's hilarious.
That is smart. No, I used to keep pencils in there.
So
What a
you just
nerd.
poke yourself in the eye.
So
It
that's
did
like,
catch on. There were a few people who actually did it.
well, that. Do you realize that was a thing?
Which high
Like-
school was this? This wasn't obviously mine.
No, it was Merrimack Valley High School.
Okay.
Shout out.
Are you familiar with crisscross?
No?
Applesauce?
Is it isn't that like when people work out real hard, very fast?
CrossFit?
Oh, there we go. CrossFit.
Crisscross fit. So this is crisscross,
Okay.
and they wore all their clothes backwards.
So I was just with the times.
Yep.
I
Yeah.
mean, when did they exist? The 80s?
Yeah, I think they
Early
were late
90s?
80s.
Definitely
Look at that.
late
You're
80s.
familiar
I
with
didn't wear my
crisscross?
pants backwards or anything.
Yeah, that is just too much work.
The
I
other day,
think.
my underwear was inside out and backwards.
Wow.
Early 90s.
That sounds uncomfortable.
I've done that
Early 90s.
before. You wear briefs?
Yep.
Just saying, it's possible with briefs.
Makes
you wouldn't
sense.
even notice, and then you're like, you use the restroom, you're like, oh,
You're like, oh, this is a whole ordeal.
Wait a minute. What do I have to do
that's
here?
not right.
Golly gee.
I'm a goodness.
So yeah, I used to do that, which I thought was weird.
Then I used to chew on the sleeves of my sweatshirts, and they would get all wet, and they would rip, and they would be gross.
In high school?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Because I would just sit in class and
Probably.
just chew. And I would do it with these things, too.
Oh, those things are fun to chew on.
Oh,
The
yeah.
strings on your sweatshirt.
In
no
elementary
strings.
school, I would suck on, you know those like windbreakers?
Yeah.
I would suck on like the corner right here,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and it would
Oh,
like it
yeah.
would like inflate.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, I
I
do
never
that
had
too.
those.
It was well, mine was like a zipper overlay. Like there'd be the zipper and then like the little flap of windbreaker that would go over it,
Yep.
and I would just like
Yep.
chew on it. 'Cause it's just
Like a little
sitting-
chipmunk?
Yeah, and yeah, so that's the thing.
Well, that's
chewing
pretty
on
cool.
stuff.
No, yeah, that was your
That's my thing.
your childhood thing.
Yeah.
I also
It's
did
your
pick up a
thing.
terrible new habit.
Do what you
wanna
want to do.
I see where this is going.
Yep. What was your terrible habit?
So at work, I have to wear an apron all the time.
I wear a lab coat.
What?
I wear a lab coat.
Yeah, well, that's
Mine's cool.
I don't wear. I just wear whatever I
Well,
want.
because of that, my hands get dirty all the time, so
Gross.
I have the reaction to wipe
Yep.
like my hands on my apron.
Same thing.
So
with my
I
lab coat.
Yeah, so I notice when I get home, if I have dirtiness on my hands, I wipe it on my shirt because I'm used to it. I'm like, oh no. It's just like a reaction my body does because, I just do it all the time. But it was funny that I don't think I've ever really formed a habit.
I'm gonna take you to a really fancy restaurant just to see how long it takes for you to just be like, oh, just wiping sauce all over yourself.
I know, I'll get the reddest, dirtiest thing. About.
Why is it red?
I mean, that's what I assume.
It's probably sauce, right?
I mean, you said
Yeah,
sauce.
sauce, yeah.
So.
I didn't say sauce.
You did.
I
Roll
might
it back, folks.
have- I might have said sauce.
All right, stupid question.
Yeah, what do you
stupid
got?
statement.
Yeah.
I want to do, in this podcast,
Yep.
I want to invent a new slang term.
Oh.
Okay.
So,
Do you already have the meaning for the slang term, or were we just making it up?
no,
right
we
now?
got to from scratch.
I kind of have one that I've been using for a little while,
Let's hear it.
but it's more so like an abbreviated version of a word.
Okay.
I say the word "fance"
Fance.
a lot.
Obviously referring to fancy.
Yes.
I was fancy.
So, like, dude, you're looking fance right
Like,
now.
oh man, that's fance.
That's
Yeah.
fance.
I've been using it pretty reg.
That's not okay.
No,
First of all,
that's an actual one.
that,
I've heard
no,
it before.
No, I get it. It's okay, but we gotta go deep. Like a term that sounds weird, but it'll mean something completely different. Like,
Flutch.
what does that mean?
Sounds bad. I don't know.
It does.
Sounds bad.
It sounds rough. It means like under dogs.
Underdogs.
Yes.
So
but not
that team
underdogs.
is the Flutch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the Flutch team.
That's the Flutch team. That's not bad.
It's not good.
Mm.
What about wet pockets?
What? What does that mean?
It sounds like an insult.
No, it's like,
I went into the river and I got wet pockets. I don't
dude,
know.
check it
Yeah,
out. I already have
yeah.
wet pockets. It means
You're
like,
filled with money.
it means you're nervous. You got sweaty
Oh,
palms.
'cause your hands are in here.
Oh,
Yeah, I gotcha.
okay.
It's like, check it out, dude. My pockets are already wet.
But that doesn't sound like you wouldn't.
Flutch pockets.
If you were nervous, you wouldn't be like, "Yo, check it out." You'd be like, "Check it out."
Right. That's what it'd be like.
That was me starting a rap.
Oh, okay.
Cha-cha
All right,
it
how
out.
about
So we got Flutch,
Flutch?
which I don't like. Although I do like that it's an underdog team. I like that application.
But it kind of
of
sounds
it.
like clutch,
Right.
which is like also an underdog.
So it's a failed clutch.
a flutch.
Flutch.
Oh,
Okay.
look at
so if
them.
a
They flutched it up.
yeah.
So they weren't quite the clutch team.
But that's kind of just a replacement word at this point. We're just replacing other words.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, that's
But
what Americans do. We
a
make
cl- that's-
nouns out of things or verbs out of
That's
nouns.
true.
mm-hmm.
That's true. So if you flutch it, no, because if it's a failed clutch, the clutch is what helps you. It gets you in gear, right?
Yep.
So a flutch is when it's like you're not productive. Is a person a flutch? That dude's a flutch.
Can he?
He doesn't do anything. He like can't get himself in gear.
Can he flutch up?
He can, but it's
Okay.
because he's a flutch.
Yeah.
All right.
You stupid flutch. Dude, you're such a flutch. What are you even doing here?
I just,
You weren't even set up when I got here, you flutch. I'm for it. Okay, what was the other one? Wet pockets.
wet pockets.
So wet pockets is when you're nervous?
Yeah.
Nate's not pleased.
He's not. He's not appreciating it.
Wet pockets.
I'm just saying.
Wet pockets.
Oh.
I can't think of an application for wet pockets that I'd be happy with.
Hey, I just threw it out there. What about?
Did you have wet pockets while you were throwing it out?
I did have wet pockets recently, but that's a different story. There's no story to it. I was moving an AC and water fell in my pants.
In your pants?
In my pockets.
Water fell in
specifically.
my pants.
In my pants. What about Ragelstein?
Right.
No, that was stupid.
That was just
Ragelstein?
No, I don't like it.
I kind of like Ragelstein.
It's like, dude, that guy's looking Ragelstein. which is like hideous but also beautiful.
Ragelstein?
Ragelstein.
So it's like a hot mess?
Yeah, exactly.
Dude's super Ragelstein. Who is this poor guy?
He wanted to look cool, but his mom dressed him.
Okay.
He had the
So he's
intentions.
like, is he confident?
He's confident. He believes he looks real good.
But it's rough.
No, it's not good.
Ragelstein.
Ragelstein. So we have, what was it?
Flutch.
Flutch?
Flutch.
Wet pockets.
Wet pockets.
Well, I
and
don't. We still don't have an application for
Now
wet
it seems like a
pockets.
bust.
But I will call someone a Fletch if they're not getting it done.
So it seems like Flutch is the one.
Yeah.
I'm
I like
also. I encourage you all to use Fans.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Or hashtag Fatterday.
Hashtag Fans.
Shameless plug. So that's it, Flutch. That's what we came up with.
Yep.
Fletch
I like that.
and Ragelstein.
And Ragelstein, I'm telling you, Ragelstein's going to be the next.
Don't be the Fletchest Ragelstein,
Yeah.
folks.
That would not be a good thing to be.
What?
I don't know.
Okay. I'm going to just back away slowly from this.
Yeah.
TV? You guys need to say anything in TV?
Oh yeah.
Oh, he's got TV.
Nate's got TV.
Should
All
I
right.
go with like
Let's
the
do it.
fun thing first, because Tim knows what I'm talking about, or should I go with like let's talk about the serious things that I need to talk about?
This sounds serious.
We'll start serious.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
But hold on. I've been here the whole time, yo. Flutch heads.
So we're TV.
Yes.
We're doing TV.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What do you got, guest?
Star Trek Discovery.
Never heard of it.
Ooh, time to
It's
discover.
the new Star Trek TV show.
Is it? Okay, I've heard of it.
You gotta.
So it's like
you
the
gotta work with
first
Brett sometimes.
first
Sorry.
Star Trek TV show that's been out since the 2000s, I think.
Which the last one was
Enterprise.
Enterprise,
Which
yes.
is like the Enterprise before the Enterprise.
Yeah, it was a prequel to all other Star Treks.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah.
Yep, it was because it was before the original series.
Mm-hmm. Wait,
Whoa.
Brett, what's Star Trek?
What is it?
Yes.
I'm confused.
Give me a description.
Data.
Good.
Yeah, it's a good one. Yep.
There you go. You've done it.
Picard.
There you go.
Yeah, awesome.
There you go.
That's from.
Did you ever watch
The
any
Next
Star Trek
Generation.
Patrick Stewart.
growing up,
There we go.
or in general, other than the new movies with
Reading
Sexy
Rainbow.
Pine?
Reading Rainbow.
No, not that guy.
Oh, what?
Have you watched any Star Trek other than the movies?
As a youngin', I saw some and thought it was so boring I was gonna die.
All right, that is a appropriate
But
response when you're a child.
I was just a dumb baby, and I haven't revisited it.
Since you became a less dumb baby.
So my peak education of Star Trek is the films,
Mm-hmm.
The newer ones.
the
or-
newer ones,
okay.
the J.J. Abrams ones.
Mm-hmm.
That was it.
Well, that's it.
And I actually didn't even see Beyond. I just saw
Oh, that's a good
the
one.
first two.
So
Yeah.
my peak education for Star Trek, I've watched the original series
Mm-hmm.
and I've watched the Next Generation like 4 times.
All
Wow.
right, all right. That's veteran status.
Yep. And then I watched Enterprise, which is like they didn't finish the whole series because they didn't do well.
Bummer.
So that's like because that was like one of the newest ones.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I loved it. I thought it was great.
Enterprise?
Which
Yeah.
which happens to be like a lot of kind of sci-show, sci-fi. Yeah, sci-fi TV shows nowadays like Firefly, where people like they love it, but they canceled it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But
That one I remember being on for a little while though.
yeah, it had I think 4 seasons.
Yeah.
And then they had to really like quickly wrap it up, and it did not.
It didn't end well. Ah.
It like there were so many things that they could have done, and they just didn't because they just didn't have the time.
Ah, bummer.
Or probably even the actors, like some of them may have left. I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever contract they signed, I don't know. Whatever.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But Discovery came out.
Yeah. It's out?
It's out.
Okay.
How many episodes deep are we right now?
There's 4.
4. Okay.
I've seen 3.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe 5. But anyhow, the last one just came out. They come out on Sundays. And the
All right.
First,
as a fan of Star Trek, what do you think of it?
I think there's a lot of holes in it
Okay.
that are like, wait a second, but that they can't be what?
Mhm.
And they've changed. I feel like that maybe it's just because it's so early in Starfleet because
Mhm.
it's like the whole organization of planets.
Okay.
It's the Federation of Planets, and their fleet is Starfleet, and maybe it's just because it's before all those other shows I've known that they seem to act different. I don't feel like they act like Starfleet officers.
Interesting.
They even the main character, which is odd for a TV show to have a main character.
Yeah.
Typically, like in Star Trek, it's
It's really the whole crew.
the whole crew.
Right.
But they're following this main character. And then there's another story with the Klingons, which they've totally changed them over too.
Oh, geez.
But a lot of the officers are just doing things that, like, you didn't think this through at all. Like, someone did something and they just totally died. Like, you could have seen that a mile away.
So are they like newer officers in this one?
They're seasoned officers, you know.
Huh.
And they seem to be sometimes selfish. There's a couple of them, like there's like at least 2 I can think of that like they're acting like Starfleet officers.
Yeah.
Like the things that Captain Picard would like. I want you on my ship,
Mm-hmm.
type of thing. Because I see Captain Picard as being a really good captain, and he knows how to talk to his crew. And then this captain is just like, he's very selfish. I feel like he's selfish.
Interesting.
But,
So, because I'm not educated in Star Trek, do all of the different series like intertwine in any way, like as far as the stories and stuff?
They do. I mean, at least from the original series forward, they
Yeah.
seem to go pretty well with each other. There's no holes. Like this one.
Seems like it doesn't fit in it.
Well, for the first thing is, so you have Spock. Everyone knows who Spock is.
Yeah.
His father is Sarek.
Okay.
In the first episode, we see the main character for the Discovery seems to be Sarek's adopted daughter.
What?
And it's like, wait, we've never heard of Michael Burnham before. It's the main character.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, she's like Spock's adopted sister.
Oh, so they're adding new things to the lore.
Oh,
It was
interesting.
just so weird.
Yeah.
And they didn't introduce her as that. They gave you like little snippets, and you're like, wait a second. And I figured it out, and then I looked it up, and I was like,
I mean, they do have the ability to do that.
yep.
But I could see how that's frustrating as a longtime fan because it's like established. No, I mean, Spock is just Spock. You know,
Yeah.
these characters have their stories, their backstories, and everything. So,
And there's been episodes with
change it?
Spock, and then Spock's father and his wife,
yeah.
and they just never.
Yeah, it's a big detail to throw in this late in the game. Yeah.
And I always thought like because. because Vulcans live a lot longer, that maybe it was just because it was before Spock.
Right.
But it online it's like no, this is during when Spock was there, and when he was. Hey Oscar. So it was just weird, and then like online it's like it's okay. Like a lot of there's like a article was like it's okay that they did this. And like I guess I can be okay with it. It's still a little iffy.
You don't love it though.
Yeah.
Yeah, like as a fan, do you feel betrayed that they are trying to make it more like accessible to other people, I guess, by making this new series?
No, I want more people to be like fall in love with it. But the biggest thing I loved about Star Trek, the older series especially, is a lot of the times in the episodes there was a lesson to learn, like from what the crew experienced.
Yeah.
It's like I want there to be good like lessons for people to learn. Like a lot of older shows have that, like the Andy Griffith Show.
Yeah.
Always something good to learn from there.
Yeah.
Because they were just good people,
Yeah.
So like
I get it. So you like the wholesome like 60s and 70s like television aspect to it, and it
80s.
stinks because I think nowadays we won't what 60s.
He said and 80s.
Oh, and 80s.
because like nowadays it's all about love, drug, sex, and rock and roll.
Yeah, like it's just all
they need to somehow get people to watch it.
yeah, and they think that's the way to entertain people. But I'm with you. Like the original Star Trek is very entertaining in the sense that it's like just so wholesome. Like it's actiony. There's romance. There's all
I love
this
when you use the word actiony.
actiony because it is. It's actiony. It's a word. I'm telling you.
No, that's fine.
But there's romance. There's all these good elements, but it's not like
Too over,
right. It's
too
not.
much.
It's not like modern television where it's just like in your face. That guy just got stabbed 50 times while he's making out with his daughter or something like. And it's.
Man, that went far. Huh?
I'm just
That
saying
is-
that's how television is.
Game of
Yeah.
Thrones.
Yeah, Game of Thrones. Indeed.
That's good reference.
Yeah.
Nice job. So
You've
no,
not even
I'm with
watched
you.
it, right?
No, I don't even watch it.
And you already know what it's about.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's
Sounds
all
like
you
Game
need
of
to know.
Thrones.
But I get it. I do want to watch it. I think I'm gonna wait till it's over.
The new one.
Not till it's like finished, but just the season to
Yeah.
see how like what people are saying about it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I hope it's good, and maybe they're just working on the main character, like trying to figure out how to be, big, how to command people, So
In the show.
Well,
in the show, yeah.
in the first episode,
main character, boy or girl? Girl,
It's a
you
girl.
said. Yeah, okay.
her name is Michael.
Michael. See, that's what threw me off.
Yep. She's the first officer.
Mm-hmm.
She commits a mutiny.
Oh, geez.
It's like, what?
Yeah, that's a pretty big deal.
Yeah, that's.
Are people generally receiving it well, like as you're looking online and stuff, or are people kind of like,
I feel like it's up in the air a lot.
yeah,
Mhm.
huh?
Who's like distributing it? What's the word I'm looking
ABC.
for? ABC. What's the word I'm looking for? Producing?
What channel's it on?
I guess.
Well, actually, you bring that up. It's not on a channel.
Oh, okay.
What?
It's only online.
Oh,
Only on ABC All Access. So
Okay.
you have to subscribe to that.
yeah.
They're not releasing it on television?
They put out the first one on television, and they're like, hey, guess what? You have to pay to watch this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's a way to kill a series real fast.
Yeah.
There's no way they can
It's
get
just trying different platforms, man. It's like all the Marvel stuff that's coming out right now.
Yeah,
like
but-
some of it you can only get on Hulu, some of it's only on Netflix.
Yeah.
Like they're doing that kind of stuff.
I guess, but that is such a specific, like Star Trek's big, but if it's a new show,
Yeah.
I don't know, it just doesn't, because that to me makes me think of cable more than like the Netflix
Me too.
Marvel shows and stuff.
For
you know?
sure.
So I hope it does well. I always like
Yeah.
seeing more content in any like fandom.
Oh, yeah. Especially since we need the love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Especially in the TV realm of
Yeah.
Star Trek,
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. It's
Yeah,
A-
'cause
wait,
we
it's
have the
ABC.
Yeah.
They have like
They got
everything.
a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
ABC's got their little thingies and everything.
Thing is, ABC All Access, you wouldn't think, but it's been around since like 2005.
Really
2005.
And then all of a sudden it's like, oh yeah, that's a thing.
We have it.
weird.
That's super weird.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're, I think it was their. Maybe I just like looking it up on Wikipedia. Or
Yeah. That's got to be why they're trying to boost it now more. Nobody's like,
It's been like
what is that?
12 years, but yeah.
Yeah,
it's
like
We
guys,
have a thing.
we're over here.
Oh, we got a show here. Come watch us. So Nate, overall, don't watch it. Watch it. What do you think?
Watch it.
Watch it.
Definitely watch it.
Mm-hmm.
Watch also older shows because those are also good. I want to like it.
Mm-hmm.
So you're gonna stick it out.
I'm gonna stick it out
Yeah.
for the first season and see if they continue it for another season.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to see some development in the character and at least Michael, because like I just want to see her go into a better way, because that like it builds it up as if she's going to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Because I won't spoil it, but it just makes it as if like she's supposed to be able to get better.
Yeah.
To go from her current position to be maybe a captain, which is going to be tough because she was a mutineer,
Mm-hmm.
or just be a really good, like, sought after person,
Yeah.
to go to.
It sounds hopefully. Well, I guess I won't say hopefully it won't go this way, but it's similar to like things we talked about with Iron Fist, where it's like there's this character that you're waiting to like be way better than they are.
Because you see the potential in them,
Right.
And you know
Yep.
how they could be.
Yeah.
Yep.
So then it's kind of the responsibility of like the like the writers to take the character to that
Yeah.
place, hopefully, and show that kind of growth that you're expecting.
Mhm.
Because otherwise, it just feels like, all right, what is this?
Right. It's like this isn't why I came
What
to the
is
show.
this character?
Right. And you would think the writers would write the character to be likable.
Yeah, writers.
For the viewer.
Come on,
Come
on,
writers.
it's your job.
Well, I think I'll try to give it a watch. So the first episode's on TV, but the rest is
Yeah, you could probably find it on demand, probably.
Okay.
Probs.
I'll give it a look. Let's see what I can find. I'm gonna squeeze in with a little television info of my own. Flash, Arrow, Legends of Tomorrow, all those shows are back.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I watched The Flash.
You did?
I did.
Is it good?
Did you see
Nope.
him?
No. That's why I wanted to bring it up. So last season.
All right, easy. I haven't watched it yet.
Right. No, I won't say too much. But last season.
Don't tell me about the beard.
You know about the beard though.
It's in the trailer.
Yeah, it's good.
Is it beard?
So last season they
beard.
ended off the season with this big cliffhanger. We talked about it a little. I'm not going to spoil it.
We talked
but-
about it a lot.
Oh yeah, I guess we did.
We won't spoil it now because it'd be a random one. But
Right. So then that was the huge reason I wanted to watch this episode to see, okay, how does it... What is Nate looking at?
Something over your shoulder.
Oh, the ghost.
See?
Bringing it back.
Anyways. So total cop-out. Just... That's...
no way.
Total cop-out.
So is it like, just kidding?
Pretty much. It's going to be like, oh, hey, hurt the dirt. Guess who's back? It's
The guy who's not
so...
supposed to be?
Yeah.
Dude, that bums me out so much because it's even more so. Why did they end the season like that?
I know.
Jinx, you owe me a Coke.
That's
bro.
fine. It's totally worth
And
it.
I really want it.
Schweppes. That's
I almost smacked it. That would have been a bad idea.
That would have been.
Like, fine.
I'll take a sip. So yeah, it was a frustrating episode because it like is a cop out. That's all I can say. On the plus side, they are going more humorous though. I feel like they're making it more lighthearted again, which is very good.
That's good because it got pretty dark last season.
Yes, and this one, I mean,
it was good. It was a good season.
yeah. But yeah, there's just a lot of moments where they're like, oh, this character did this. Ha, not anymore. Guess who's back? Oh, this character. Oh, and it's like they just found stupid reasons for everybody to hang out again,
Hate
basically.
stupid reasons.
Right? Stupid reasons are the worst kind of
It's
reasons.
like
you would
because
think-
of this. And it's like, what?
Yeah.
It doesn't... Fine.
Whatever. But anyways, I just wanted to point that out specifically because I was upset. And I felt like this is my platform to say it. Not to say don't watch The Flash because it's still good.
Just prepare yourself for a bad episode.
For a cop-out. It's just everything you've been waiting for, not worth it. Totally just wah, wah.
Dude, I'm so bummed out.
Anyways, Nate, you had a good TV thing? I mean, the thing before was good. You said serious and good, so not to say your last thing was bad.
Tim's being
Two
a
more things.
jerk.
To
Yeah.
go off of Star Trek and
Yes.
a similar area of like
Mhm.
kind of space type thing,
Yes, yes.
the Orville came out.
And how is that?
Do you know what it is?
What is it?
Orville.
Nah.
Seth MacFarlane's.
Farlane's.
Yeah, MacFarlane.
Let's try that again. Seth MacFarlane.
Is that? Sorry, Seth.
MacFarlane?
Yeah.
Seth MacFarlane.
Is-
Seth MacFarlane.
There you go.
Yeah, so he.
Sex MacFarlane.
Oh, we don't.
I
Yeah.
pulled a muscle in my leg for some
All right.
reason. But yeah, he came up with a space like a Star Trek-esque show,
Really?
Mhm.
Oh,
but comedy. And
Yeah.
it's good. It's
Yeah?
funny.
Mhm.
And they're just getting started, and it seems really good.
is it animated?
Nope, it's live action.
And
Is he-
he stars in it.
Yep.
Oh, really?
He is the captain.
Oh.
But it's totally,
Sounds
from
horrible.
what I've heard, I haven't seen it, but it's a Star Trek parody,
Oh yeah.
pretty much through and through.
Really?
And like,
Oh, yeah.
but I also heard it's like good content-wise, like early Family Guy episodes and his other content. It's like there's a good story there on top of all these like fart jokes and sex
yeah.
jokes and all that stuff.
There is
so-
there's absolutely a good underlying story in
Yeah.
there. Like,
and they always get like big points across, you know, like
Mm-hmm.
certain episodes deal with big topics in the world. So I've heard really good things about it.
Cool.
And I've only watched one episode, and I think it's going to be great.
It's on Fox though, which I'm nervous it'll get canceled real fast.
What's it called?
The Orville.
The Orville.
The
Yeah.
Orville.
Orville.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
With
So
a the
I haven't
in front
seen
of
it, but you watched
Right.
one episode and you liked it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It was the pilot, and it was really good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
I'll check that out
I
too.
like Seth MacFarlane.
Yeah, he's always
MacFarlane.
good.
MacFarlane.
McFarlane.
Sex MacFarlane.
Best name ever.
All right, ready for the fun thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. I
So-
mean, the other two were fun.
We were playing, 90s and 80s theme songs.
Yeah, we were.
in the car going to see a movie. That'll come up later.
For your audio listeners, just wait.
Yep. So
Yes.
Oh, it was the waiting.
Yeah.
I didn't play the one that's
What's-
gonna be the surprise. That theme
Oh,
song.
you
I didn't
did
play
it.
that.
Nah, I
That
mean,
sucks.
how do you jam out to that though?
Yeah, you don't really.
Guys, what is
Yeah.
happening?
So you already know it, but you don't know it that you know it.
Right. He knows it, but he doesn't know. For you audio listeners, Nate's going off camera for a second to reach for something. Hit it on top of my
He's
DVDs.
almost
Oh,
there.
Brett looked away when he grabbed it, so he didn't
That's
see what
awesome.
Nate grabbed. Oh, he's got it behind his back right
What?
now. Look,
What? Yo!
Nate, being the most fantastic guest, has brought us Reptar Bars.
What? So if you don't know, the show Rugrats,
Mm-hmm.
that started in, what is it,
90
something? I think it was like
90.
98 or something.
90.
All right, make guesses.
I was gonna say 1996.
Okay.
That's
I
early.
said 98.
Nate? Okay.
I feel like it's 98.
All right,
I
you can keep
remember.
talking. I'll look it up.
So there is a.
I just accidentally typed in Rugtars.
I love Rugtars. So yeah, in Rugrats, one of the big things in the Rugrats universe is Reptar. It's like a Godzilla knockoff, basically.
Yeah,
Not
it
knockoff.
it kind
like
of
a
shows
parody.
they have a couple different like things of Reptar. Like they had a Reptar mobile or something.
Yeah, he was a big character in the show.
Yeah, quote unquote character.
But in the show, they had these chocolate bars that were in the shape of Reptar, filled with green goo that turned your tongue green. And so for us real life people, they released the Reptar bar, only available at FYE for some reason. Nate's having a hard time
I really
opening.
messed up my hip right here.
Your hip.
Which is so funny.
But anyway, so they're releasing it to the public, and it supposedly turns your tongue green.
Are we going to eat them?
Why not?
Sick.
Stare at 'em.
FYE exclusive.
Which
Nate-
is weird.
It is really weird.
Yeah, it's like a weird place to put it in.
Yeah, it even says it on the back.
Yeah.
But anyways, what year? Rugrats.
You guys want a second guess? Because
Neither of us were right.
I'm surprised. I was surprised by the date.
It couldn't have been 2000. There's no way.
No.
Because it was around
It's
when I was a
definitely in
kid.
the 90s.
91.
Really?
Whoa!
Wow.
Like barely out of the 80s. Isn't that crazy?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wait, before we break it, this is what the bar looks like.
Oh. For you audio listeners.
That looks rad.
It's a brown bar with
I mean, it's
It's like a
great.
chocolatey brown.
Uh-huh.
six little sections,
Mhm.
and each section has some lines on it.
Shall we?
Now you can break it. So,
Whoop.
oh,
Super green inside.
super green. So it looks like a green icing almost. Oh, they're eating it. Okay, I guess I missed my chance.
Chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
I want to taste just the icing.
Ooh, that's a really good flavor.
Just want to chew into the mic.
Oh,
icing
go
is
ahead.
really smooth too. Like
Yeah, it's like a lot of times with chocolate, it's a gamble because it's like it's either not sugary good chocolate
Yeah.
or really sugary good chocolate. So, what do you guys think? Listen to us chew for 5 minutes.
It tastes kind of like a cupcake. But the chocolate's definitely on like the cheaper side, I would
Oh, yeah.
say. You know what I mean? But is my tongue green?
Yep.
perfect.
Wow. Reptar bars.
Reptar Bars.
I'm gonna eat another piece.
Yep, me too. Nate.
Nate.
I am actually not that big of a sweet eater.
Oh.
It just gets too sweet for me.
Really?
It was pretty sweet.
I'm already so sweet, so you know.
Ha.
This guy over here.
Well, thank you, big time, buddy.
Ah, thanks, man.
No problem.
I was really excited to see him. I got green on me.
No.
Oh no, it's
Oh man,
It's okay.
I'm so
already
excited
green.
to have had one of these. You gotta like hang on to the wrapper. It looks sweet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna take a picture with it.
I got nothing else on TV.
I don't. I'm good.
You got anything else on TV?
Mm-mm.
No.
I answered for him.
You wanna go to movies?
Let's go to movies.
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 You gotta do the thing. Let's go to the movies. All right, so we just got back from seeing a film.
A film.
Before I
love
say what
films.
it is,
Yes.
I mean, we're gonna, but I'm just saying before I say it,
Yep.
we saw a trailer that I just want to say I'm so excited about. We already know Thor Ragnarok's gonna be super dope.
Yes.
Black Panther trailer I thought was
Ooh.
excellent.
Have you not seen that before? Is that your first time?
Maybe it's because it was 3D,
Yeah.
but it just looked so good.
It does look really good.
I was just really stoked about it, and this was a longer Thor trailer that we saw too, and that was also awesome.
Yeah. I'm so mad at myself because I don't want to watch trailers like anymore. I just
They spoil so much now.
They really do.
I
Yeah.
know. And then when I'm watching the movie, it like I see a scene coming up and I'm like, oh, I saw this in the trailer. I
Yep.
know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
You know?
I did that with the movie we watched. I was like, yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
See, I saw
Yep.
the trailer for it. I didn't remember a single thing.
Well, the big reveal in the trailer that you then see, is that what you're talking about?
I did remember that.
There's like a reveal in the trailer that's like, look who's in this movie.
Oh.
and then it happens in the movie, obviously.
Yeah.
So it's
And I guess that it's funny because that scene in the movie is a lot of lead up to that point, but they
Yeah.
spoiled it in the trailer. So,
Right.
Yep.
But I've been doing the same with the Star Wars trailer, the new one that just came out. The director specifically came out and said, "Hey, there's a lot of spoilers in this.
Really?
Avoid it if you want, but
wow.
it's up to you." But I mean, did either of you guys see the trailer?
Star Wars?
Yeah,
Yeah.
The one we saw today?
the newest one. Have you
Oh,
guys seen
no,
it?
haven't
I don't think
seen
I've
the
seen the
newest
newest
one.
one,
No.
actually.
Okay, the newest one came out. And I mean, everyone said it's amazing. I just didn't know if you guys saw it. And
No,
you're like,
I've
oh,
not
I was
seen it.
super spoiled.
No.
Okay.
In fact, I probably won't see it.
I
just
still-
for that reason.
I still don't have the Star Wars bug, man.
What do you mean you still don't have it?
I still don't have it.
You watched or you had it when you saw the 7th one, right?
Yeah, I really enjoyed the movie,
Mm-hmm.
but I still don't have like the.
That I yeah, and it happens. I mean, well, you probably just have it for something else.
I guess
Marvel movies,
I mean, for sure.
for
Yeah.
sure. I mean,
But like
everyone does, but
everyone I know who's really into the Marvel movies has the Star Wars bug too.
yeah.
I just never.
I mean,
I can't.
you can't just get it. I know sometimes it's frustrating because it's like a lot of people are into something and you want to get into it and you can't.
I think the
Yeah.
characters they're building right now are so dope. Like I really love Rey.
I'm in love
and
with Rey.
I really love.
in love.
And who's the
Daisy Ridley.
who's the character in You just use that slurping noise for everything. Who's the character in is it Jin in
Jyn
Rogue?
Erso?
Rogue.
Yeah.
What?
The guy, the
No, the girl.
girl.
The girl in Rogue One?
Oh,
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah,
Something?
Jyn Erso.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was her name.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
But
Yeah.
I
yeah.
think there was a guy.
She's great.
Stupid.
She's great.
And
Did you finish Rogue One?
Oh, I won't say what happened.
not quite. I
Okay.
mean, I've heard some things about some things.
I mean, yeah, she's a great character for
Yeah.
sure.
Oh, well, that just
Goes on to
confirms
be
what
a
I
great
heard.
person.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm not gonna say it, but yeah, I heard
Can't
a
wait for you to
terrible
finish that
spoiler
movie.
from one of the actors in that movie on a podcast,
Oh.
not like in direct conversation.
Yeah, yeah.
But I wish it was because it was Alan Tudyk. But
Ooh, he's great.
anywho, I see this trailer and I'm like, that looks cool, but I'm not like,
I
I want to be, but it's a cool. Anyways,
I
trailers.
can't tell you. It's like falling in love,
Yeah.
which I've never experienced, but I assume it's like it. What?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you never experienced that. Okay.
Not yet.
That's sad.
So we saw a movie. I sound like it was about to get intense.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I
Karen?
think Nate's offended that I
Never
don't love him.
after.
There's some. That's
yeah,
what,
this
I
is
don't know
after
if
this podcast.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
We're gonna have to start a new section.
You guys know how I feel about love.
Blade Runner 2049.
2049, the direct to VHS sequel to Blade Runner 2048.
Tim.
Right? Okay.
What's this movie called?
Blade Runner 2049.
Oh, I thought I said it wrong.
No, you said it right.
No,
Yes!
you were right.
I know. I was a little hesitant because I was like, what?
Hold on, wait.
What if you mess up the year?
Yeah.
Rewind.
Right, but you got it. So yes, this is not the direct to VHS sequel. This
No.
is just a sequel.
Is
Kind
it a
of.
sequel?
Oh yeah, it's absolutely a sequel.
It is.
What do you mean kind of?
Well, because okay, it is.
There's zero kind of
Well,
involved.
the whole movie, I feel like you could watch without seeing the first one.
You can, but it wouldn't be.
Yeah.
I think at least for the first 2 hours. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Well, only because they brief you at the beginning.
Yeah, but I think it is a fine standalone sci-fi
You
film.
can
But see
absolutely
the
watch
first
it alone.
Yeah.
And then there's so many like throwbacks to the first one.
Yeah.
And, like hints that you got from it to figure out what the story is.
Yeah.
Even though they trick you.
Yeah. Lots of trickery.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Anyways.
But watch the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't listen to this guy. Over
I'm just
here.
saying the second one was so good by itself.
It's yeah. So spoiler alert. It's good. My
had to tell
bad.
'em.
My bad. What's interesting though is that it's been getting like really good response in general, but
it flopped.
didn't have a great
Are
opening.
you serious?
It flopped.
It
Yep.
had a
I
bad.
didn't even look. I think it's because people. Like, it was just. It's a slow movie. They give you
Super slow.
slowly spoon feed you the information.
Yeah.
Which in these type of movies you need to like really look at it because
Yeah.
they don't give you something that they're not going to use.
Right.
And so people nowadays they want fast movies.
Yeah.
Yep.
They want to get their information right away and try to figure it out.
Yeah.
But
And
it's a very intellectual film. Just
Yeah.
like the first one.
right,
Yeah.
exactly. I was gonna say they totally kept that going from the first one.
Yep.
But yeah, as we saw today, it was literally just us in the theater.
Yeah.
There was
No one
nobody
there.
else
Yeah,
there.
and it came out what? 2 weeks ago? 3 weeks ago?
Not even.
Yeah. Was it last week?
I thought it was farther away, but yeah, because we were gonna do it last.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's
It was
opening
a couple
weekend.
days ago, not even a week.
Wow. That's weird.
I don't understand it because especially after people have seen it over the weekend, and we didn't go at like a weird time.
No.
It was the evening showing. I don't know, man. It's weird, but yeah, they definitely like maintained the mood and the feel of the original,
Absolutely.
which is so cool because it's one of the things that seems like
Sorry, I'm just still thinking about it and
Yeah.
I'm catching things that I didn't like.
what the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
That's what's cool about going to see the movie and then directly doing a podcast after. Because
Right,
normally
'cause
it's like a
then-
week later.
Yeah, it's like fresh in our heads,
Yeah.
and
But that mood and everything about it was one of the things that stuck out to me so much. I also, dude, the soundtrack is so cool.
It's so powerful.
All of the sound design, like everything about it, which was one of the big things in the first one. That's what I noticed. Even though it took me a little while to get through the first one. What was that?
the Blade Runners are coming
I'm
for us.
scared. But the sound design of it is what gives it its atmosphere, and it's so eerie and weird.
It gave me such 80s sci-fi
It did.
vibe.
Absolutely.
And it's so cool to see a movie feel like an 80s movie now. You
But
know?
modernized.
Yeah, because 80s sci-fi is so special because it's so out there. It's so like it doesn't have a problem killing a bunch of people. It doesn't have a problem like with being out there freaky, you know? And it's so great to see that now. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, this is such an adult thriller that I enjoy.
That's how I felt about Mad Max. Like I feel like this one was similar in that it like carried on its weirdness from the
absolutely.
originals, but
Yeah.
it's modernized and it's like it's so cool. It works really well for whatever reason with what they were doing back then creatively and like where we've come technologically. Like seeing those things now, for some reason it works super well.
I wish they could do that more often.
Yeah, I know. And it sucks that this one didn't do better. Although Mad Max killed,
Yeah. It,
So-
I mean, it even had a running in the Oscars. It did so well.
which is
you know?
that
What did they
surprised
go running
me.
for?
Was
it?
Visuals?
It won for
visuals.
Yeah, for costume, I thought, or
Was
not
it?
costume, like just visuals, probably.
I think so
like-
because
Yeah.
it was really crazy how they did all those visuals. Like you constantly saw things on Facebook like, oh look, they did this and that, and this is how
Yeah.
they did this.
yeah, I think it won for costume too. But anyways, yeah, this movie has already entered cult status. Like they're like,
This one, yeah.
no matter how bad it did, it's still an amazing film
Right.
and will be remembered for years. You know, it has a 8.5 on IMDb and like a 80 something Metascore. Like
Wow.
it's reviewing fantastically.
Yeah.
So this starring Ryan Gosling. What do you guys think of him as an actor?
I love Ryan.
He was really good in this one.
I think he's
liked him.
really good.
Not that
And-
he's not usually good, but he's good.
And
Yeah.
yeah. The more I see him in different types of roles, the more I like him.
That's the
'Cause-
thing that I like so much about him is he went from like The Notebook to, I mean, I guess La La Land is the next one I can think of. But then
Well, there was like 20 years.
I know.
That's a big jump.
But he was in the Nice Guys and
Oh, I love. Did you see The Nice Guys?
it's
It's so good. Him and Russell Crowe, dude. It's such a good movie.
Yeah, it's a
It's a nice
beautiful
movie.
blend. Yeah, it's nice. Anyways,
Yeah.
but yeah, and he I think did so great in his role. Do people know? Possible spoilers. Block your ears for a minute. Do people know if he is a replicant?
From the trailers.
Yeah, from the trailers. I never got that vibe until I saw the movie. You learn it pretty early on, but
Well,
You do figure it out. Like when's the first time you figured out he was what you thought he was?
right at the beginning when he's fighting Batista.
That's your point. Yep.
Because
Yeah, he tells you
he
that.
stabs him in the arm and he doesn't react. So I'm like,
That's
oh,
pretty
it
much
must be.
opening scene.
Yeah. Anyways, the only reason I bring that up is because he did such a good job being a robot, acting
Yeah.
like a robot.
Yeah.
You know, well, not a robot.
Yeah,
I know
because they're not robots; they're replicants. So
Right,
they're
which-
designed to be as human
as possible,
Right.
but also like robotic in a sense.
Well,
you know?
that's. I think that
Just
is.
follow orders.
Yeah.
Right.
But I think that's where the what's impressive about it is you have to be not a robot. You have
Right.
to be an as human as possible robot.
Right,
And
right.
he
Yeah.
somehow nails that. Like it's so.
But they're not robot. Are they clones?
They
they're
are.
replicants, Tim.
Yeah,
I know. Well, I thought they were robots.
They tried to replicate the human persona.
Yeah.
or thing.
but they're not
the thing
clones
that
either.
human is. No, I don't think so. I think. Well, maybe I don't know.
You might be able to make an argument for that. But
Yeah.
I mean, I know, like, obviously after seeing the movie, they're not robots, but in my brain, I was always like, oh, he's still a robot. Like, because he's robot-like.
The thing
Yeah.
is, I think the difference is the language of like programming and stuff like that. Like with a clone, it's just like a recreation.
Of, like,
Yeah.
DNA and stuff,
I think so.
as opposed to a robot, which is, like, obviously built, or an android,
It's-
I guess.
yeah, they talk about being programmed to think a certain way and stuff
and
like
they
that.
downloaded memories and stuff.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Oh, which Which my favorite part of the movie, hands down, is the memory maker.
Dude.
Like, that was the coolest scene. I mean, we don't even have to say too much to like spoil it, but it's just like, it's not that it's like a plot spoiler or anything, but it's this incredible like imagining of what it's like to create a memory, and it's like the coolest thing ever.
So cool how I mean, I can't explain it. It's something you have to see, but it's like, it blows my mind how visually creative people are to think of, like, okay, it's like editing a video, but in a 3D realm.
Dude.
Yep.
But it's like a memory.
I gotta find out
it's so crazy to explain, but
what that woman's name, that actress's name.
yes.
Because I thought she was great.
What else? And what did you guys think? Or for me personally, I love the world they built. Like, just the aesthetic of the entire world. Like, what do you guys think of that? Do you think they like did it well?
Oh yeah, they like, because like in the original Blade Runner, you don't see like a big shot of that where he is. And then you in the first 5 minutes you see Ryan Gosling's character, they call him K, flying over the city. Essentially I think it was LAPD, Los Angeles, and like you see city blocks that are literally crowded with like 20 buildings, and there's no room.
You saw like these alleyways almost, but that's where all the lights were coming from, you know? And it's cool. It didn't have as much, at least to me, as a like a Tokyo vibe, you know, like a futuristic Tokyo as the original did.
Okay.
But it still had, like, I still love the whole universe, you know, with the flying cars and guns, and it was cool because they didn't like integrate smartphones and like technology that has come out in the past like 30 years. They still kept it, because they showed the Atari logo that came up, and obviously Atari's like dead now. But it's really interesting to see that
Atari's still around.
Yeah,
they're
not the console, but
yeah,
the company still exists.
Barely. I mean, when's the last Atari game that came out? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But anyways, it's cool that they kept it original to the movie and not like everyone had a smartphone with them and all this stuff, you know? What?
It's been an eternity since an Atari.
Oh, that was such a stretch. I'm so bad. Go ahead, Brett. I'm pretty sure they're bankrupt. They are coming out with a new Atari console, but it's like a
But you can't go
console.
wrong with Atari.
No, I know. I'm
Just saying, you said they were dead.
Well, they are
They're not dead.
I mean, the last game they came out that I can remember, jeez, I don't know, freaking Enter the Matrix for PS2.
Dude.
Yeah?
PS2's not that old.
Okay. But anyways.
I have no idea.
Yeah, he can't even find it because there's no game.
I'm done defending you, Atari.
You know, no, I like you guys.
But it was sweet that they were in the movie.
Yes.
They kept that whole aesthetic and, the same kind of technological feel that they kept from there, that they started in the original. And it's impressive that what they did then, they found a way to carry it on in this one.
Yeah.
This much later, you know? It's pretty sweet.
Yes.
Whole thing was so good.
It was amazing. And, you know, people who are fans of films, you know, to go see this because it's the original Blade Runner is just considered an amazing classic.
Yeah.
What do you guys think was better? First, the original or this one?
My experience is I only recently saw Blade Runner. It took me a while to get through it, and I feel like I need to rewatch it and maybe watch a different version.
Which version did you watch?
I don't even know.
Okay.
Because I think you told me there were like 12 different versions.
Well, there's a theatrical cut. There's the director's cut. There is the I know there's like a DVD re-release too. Which
I think I just saw the theatrical cut.
Yeah.
So my experience was I really enjoyed watching this one better.
Yeah. I know the first one for me, it was just like one of those movies where you're like, oh, I gotta get through it. And then at the end, you're like, that was actually really good.
It's worth it. I think there's a major difference between, when did that come out? 80s? Early 80s?
Oh,
Definitely.
Like earlier slow burning movies as opposed to current slow burners.
Well, it's Ridley Scott. I mean,
that
was what he did.
Yeah, the master of slow burners. But it's, for me anyways, it's harder to watch older slow burners because it's just like, I don't know, there's just something to it that doesn't catch me as much. This one, going in, I knew it was a slow burner, and I was sucked in from the very beginning.
Oh, absolutely.
It almost feels
like
like
it was always like a little thing that just like sucked you in a little bit.
Yeah.
And a little bit more.
Yep.
And you just kept going until like the end, you were like,
Which
Yeah.
may I add, the movie is 2 hours and 47 minutes.
Yeah.
And it didn't feel like that.
It really didn't. It felt long,
Yeah.
but it was
Not in a bad way.
Yeah, I
No.
was so happy with how long it was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was just spectacular.
It's been 35 years.
Wow.
That first one came out in 82.
Holy crap.
Also, Harrison Ford kills it.
Yes.
That's
In a good way.
That's in the trailer. Yeah, he's great. Also, we talked briefly before about how awesome his career is because all the like amazing movies that he's done in the past, he's been able to come around and reprise roles. Like seriously, Indiana Jones, Star Wars, and now Blade Runner.
Yeah.
He's like gotten to come back and do all these roles. Exactly.
That's the face.
Like that's your resume. That dude.
He might have the best resume of like anybody,
pretty
at
insane.
least for nerd culture, you know.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, as an actor, like those movies are so like top tier.
Yeah.
You know.
And he's been in all of them.
Yeah.
You know?
And the other thing is, we basically said it, but I'm seeing it all over the place, and now I have the reference of seeing the movie. Is how visually amazing this movie is.
It
Like,
is really
so many
breathtaking.
scenes will like it'll just open up, and you're like, oh, like the setting.
Yep.
There's one room in particular where like the lighting on there are very minimal platforms in the room, and it's surrounded by water, and the lighting on the walls
It
is like
slowly like moves around the room.
Yeah.
And use that in the shots.
I
like,
know.
to show the motion and whatnot.
Yeah.
Like, it was
yeah, like his face would get darker,
especially
and
like
then
in the office. I guess you want to call it like the what corporation is it? Starts with a W.
Wallace,
Wallace.
right?
Wyatt?
Is that what we're talking about?
No, Wyatt is Alien, isn't it?
I know
Wallace. I'm pretty sure it was
All right.
Wallace.
We'll just call it Wallace. But like
Well,
in that,
if we're wrong, we're wrong.
always in that building, the lighting always moved.
Yeah.
It always moved.
Yep.
It was never stationary.
Mm-hmm.
And then like I noticed in the beginning, like it was really bleak and bland, and like only like
Yeah, you
spots of
actually
color.
told me you were like
Yeah.
there wasn't much color. Like you said it specifically while we were watching it, but there are a lot of scenes with color. Like as you go further in the movie, there's colors dynamically change all the
Yeah,
time,
yeah.
and it's amazing. I don't know. It to me, I love it so much because it's such a oh my god, freaking Nate. It's such a just great callback to 80s sci-fi, and I love that genre, like specifically 80s because it's so dark. It's so like we don't care. It's just that.
Yeah.
And I like how we have those movies now because we don't see like crazy sci-fi movies too much anymore.
Because like in
Yeah.
the 80s, all these things came out like it was just totally new, and people like went crazy with it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then they brought that back where like we're used to seeing even crazier things,
Mhm.
but they still made it look or feel as if like what
Yeah.
Yep.
you never seen this before.
Right.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
it went into like the human concept and everything.
Mm-hmm.
It does feel like a thing all its own, and it's super like there are moments that are really uncomfortable.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
that just certain concepts that are explored that I'm like, oh, this is so like just so bleak, and the universe itself is like so dark and kind of sad at
And-
certain moments. You
But
know?
it's
Yeah.
also beautiful because they like do that, like with his little buddy lady friend, you know.
Yes.
Which is a parallel to Harrison Ford's character.
That's
which is what
very
I,
true.
Which I saw
Oh,
noticed
yeah.
that because like he fell in love with a replicant,
yeah.
and
Yeah, it's like a furthering of that
Yeah.
Right.
concept. Interesting.
I just
Oh
noticed
yeah,
that.
because it's like another deeper layer
Yeah.
of like how far can love go.
It's
you
another
know?
product.
Yeah.
And he like so like in the first Blade Runner, you don't realize or don't know that Harrison Ford is because he's a Blade Runner. He kills replicants,
Mm-hmm.
and you don't know that he's actually a replicant.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And they confirmed it in this one. But so like he fell in love with the replicant, which is like, whoa, and the replicant fell in love with him,
Mm-hmm.
which is like, wow, that's really weird.
Mm-hmm.
In this one, you know Ryan Gosling's character is a replicant from the beginning, and a replicant falls in love with another computer, which
Yeah.
is his little housemaid,
Mm-hmm.
and like there's a love grows, so that's like in the first one like, wow, that's weird, and then another one, wow, that's weird, on a different level.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like they took it a step up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was incredible.
Movie doesn't suck.
It doesn't.
No.
Oh, I have nothing else to say about it.
Yeah,
It was excellent.
I suggest people go see it. There's a lot to it. It's a big universe and like a big story. I watched the first one and then go into this one because it's definitely worth it. Like it's worth the payoff of knowing the backstory and everything. It's a really good movie.
Yeah.
Touche.
Anything
else on movies?
No, you guys want to go into video games?
Yeah, let's do it.
Video games.
Video games.
What is that?
My band might be opening for 2 very hilarious bands.
Why are they hilarious? Like good?
Are
they bad? Oh no.
They're not bad. They're bands that I just grew up listening to and haven't listened to in a long time.
So will that be an amazing experience?
I'm not sure. I'll have to listen to their new records
Yeah.
and see how they are.
You know, it's pretty funny because growing up,
like
I've
us
always
now.
wanted to play with the band that does Sonic music.
Good times and bad times, I can count on being with you. I thank you for staying so true. My life will go on a long time, have to catch up when I see you. And you are my reason I can make it through. I will give my word that I will come in time to rescue. My heart will always be with you. I'm so glad I met you, being with me wherever, made for each other forever.
What?
See, I caught everyone off
You
guard
did.
there because no one realized we actually started. Brett's just been,
Oh.
we're here. We're here.
No, I'm ready.
No, I'm
Here,
good.
we're
I'm glad you're
square.
good.
We're
Who's
going
that guy?
everywhere.
I don't know.
We don't have to bring it up. Okay, so I played
It's
a game.
me.
I played a few games. Ah! Nate, we found him. So I played a few games, but I'm only going to talk about one, I think.
I played Hydro Thunder.
Hydro Thunder!
Love that game.
Hurricane.
Hurricane. Meh. That's how I feel about that.
I
game.
got gold on all the races and then I deleted it.
Yeah, that game's only fun to play at the arcades.
Did you play it though?
I did.
Download. It's pretty fun.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's whatever.
There's not a lot of meat to it.
Nah.
You know, it's like
There's
5
a
races,
lot
and
of
then
cheese
they
and
want
bread.
you. Yeah,
So much cheese and
you
bread.
know, it's an
I
okay.
think there were 8
sandwich, but-
courses.
Yeah, so there's 8 courses, and then you have
But-
to replay them over and over.
And yeah, they just recycle them as like ring courses.
Hit it
and,
as fast
like,
as you can,
yeah.
win the race. Like it's just
I just got gold and deleted them.
you just got
I just
gold.
got gold. I
Well-
also deleted Rayman because
Rayman 3.
yeah,
That's fun.
I'm not gonna play it.
Why?
Because I have a stack of good games to
That's
play.
true.
I have a stack.
A
of good
stack.
games.
Yeah, sorry,
So-
flipped out. All right, what'd you play?
In the spirit of Halloween,
Okay.
I decided to play the Goosebumps game.
Oh, there's a Goosebumps game.
There's actually been a
Is it
few.
a choose your own adventure game?
Pretty much.
Really?
almost.
I
It's-
look at that.
Nailed it.
To a degree, but
Is it based on the movie?
yes, but also takes a lot from the books.
Okay.
So yes, it was to coincide with the release of the movie, but it's a classic point and click adventure.
Oh.
really?
But what's so cool about it specifically is that it plays with your knowledge on all Goosebumps.
Really?
So there are puzzles that you have to solve that if you haven't read the other Goosebumps books or anything, you might not have such an easy time solving these.
No way.
So I remember we had a VHS that was Night of the Living Dummy, and it came with some other episodes. One of the episodes, I don't remember if you watched it or if you've seen it, but
I saw that one a million times.
I know a million times.
Yeah.
And there was this other one with I don't know if it was grandmother, but there was this old lady who had this purple drink, and if these
Perp drank?
perp drank,
Perp drank.
and in the story, basically the two boys drink it and become super duper old. And
Oh, I think
I don't
do
know if you remember, but it's like prune juice or whatever. So in the
Drink your
point and
prune
click
juice,
adventure,
prune juice.
that. Pune brew. Drink your pune brew.
you end up meeting with the old lady, and she offers you the drink, and from there you have to solve the puzzle. Like the drink if you've read the not the comics, the book.
Really?
You know that if you drink it, you get old and die.
That's
But there are a bunch of other puzzles that just involve the books. There's like the don't go downstairs. Like if you go to the basement, whatever that. I forgot the name of that one, but
I forget that one too. I remember the cover.
Yeah, it was like, don't go in the basement, or
If you go in the basement, the people will look at you.
I mean that could be one.
That's it.
Say cheese and die.
We
They have
are
like
in the
a camera,
basement
there's
and we're
like-
looking at each other.
See?
Yeah. Yeah. But anyways, I was just very impressed with this game because it is super cool. You know, very hard for kids. Like I wouldn't expect kids to play it because it is difficult. There's a lot of difficult puzzles, and there's someone behind me, isn't there? Oh, shame. Meow. But anyways, I suggest all people to play it.
I know there's writings on the board over there. So.
Oh, kitty cat bumble sticks. Nani. Anyways, Goosebumps game. It was really cool.
Did you beat it?
I didn't beat it.
Oh,
It got hard.
did you?
Really?
I didn't
Did
stop.
you end up getting
but
eaten inside of a?
You
big
actually do
jelly?
die a lot in that game too.
I bet.
So
It's
is
like
it
you die in
like-
the books? You're like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, go back.
Yeah,
There's
you're
this.
dead.
Yeah.
So it's fun?
It's really fun. I was
Is
impressed.
it
with
scary?
It actually did make me jump once. It really did. There's a part where there's this like little zombie in the woods,
Yeah.
and you can walk up to him and start talking to him, and depending on which option you say, he'll jump at the screen real fast and kill you. It'll be like, there.
Will my kids cry if I play it with them?
I think so.
I feel like they would.
Just
from
maybe
that-
not. Well, the creatures look pretty creepy, honestly.
The creatures look pretty.
Creepy?
Ouija Gorge,
Sorry.
like we went to.
Yeah. Yes. I
Brett
think-
doesn't know.
Yeah, he doesn't. He wasn't there.
No.
That's when we climbed Mount Olympus.
I heard about it.
I broke my legs.
Mount Olympus.
My leg still
Yep.
hurts.
Oh shoot. And Max Payne sucks. That's
No,
my
dude,
other
Max
game.
Payne's the dopeness.
Max Payne sucks.
More like Max Lame, am I right?
Yeah, there you go.
Just kidding. I love that game.
It's so dated.
All right. Let me see it. Give it to me.
Didn't Kevin make videos on that, right?
It looks amazing. Look at that.
That specific
That
screenshot.
rough. But so it's not good. You're
Yeah.
replaying it.
Yeah, I decided to replay it just for the heck of it because I don't remember it whatsoever. And so it has a lot of just old mechanics that just aren't around anymore.
But Max Payne is a man with nothing to lose in the violent, cold urban night, a fugitive undercover cop framed for murder and now hunted by cops and the mob. Max is a man with his back against the wall fighting a battle he cannot hope to win. Prepare for a new breed of deep action game. Prepare for pain.
Max
Payne.
Wow. I wanted to keep that case in good condition.
Still is.
Anyways, I'm just saying, don't go back and play Max Payne.
Tim
It
hates
is
Max Payne.
a pain.
But I have Max Payne 3 on deck at home.
That game's really, really good.
Yo, I'm this close to beating XCOM.
It's close. Yeah, what do you have left to do?
There's only one story mission left. I just haven't gotten to it yet. So I'm like, I don't know. I don't know how it works now. I just go through a bunch of different ships until the last mission shows up.
I guess so. Is that what you're waiting for, a ship?
Yeah, I think so. It's called the Temple ship. That's the final mission.
Yeah, that mission's like 2 hours long, too.
2
I don't
hours?
have
It's
time
seriously-
for that.
You can save and like
Oh, okay.
all that stuff. in
I have
between, but-
children to feed.
I mean, you're the one who's
Once
sitting
again,
here
he
doing
said
a
you can
podcast.
save.
Nate's being a jerk.
Speaking of jerks, Nate, have you played anything?
The only thing I've been able to be playing, mainly because I don't have a big enough hard drive,
Mm-hmm.
Destiny. 2.
Destiny 2.
Oh, is it radical?
It is radical.
It's real
Especially
radical.
when you have friends to play with, which I do.
Oh,
Wish
thought
I
you
had
were gonna
friends.
say don't. 'Cause
I
I was
do.
like, I play.
Yeah.
But
But we don't we don't have enough for the stupid raid.
I want to do the raid so
Oh my
badly.
gosh! And I've been watching videos and I'm like, oh, they're doing it wicked easy. And
Yeah.
we're like, come on.
Well, they
can't do
have the
it."
beta search that will let you find a group. Like it could, if you and me want to play one night, and Brett, but he's not
But
allowed.
that's so hard to do.
I know, 'cause
you
You have to meet these guys for the
and
first
you need
time.
to talk with people too.
Yeah.
Like, not that I don't want to talk to people, but it's like you have
Talking
to
to
be
people is
you have
the
to be able
worst.
to.
Communicate.
Yeah, exactly. Like we in our group, we know how to communicate. We just
Mhm.
have one less person than we need to do
Right.
some of the certain
I could
things.
probably find someone. Wink. I'll find someone. Someone dead.
But
Who will you
good
find?
game.
Good game. It
I
is
like
an excellent
they
game.
definitely stepped it up from the Destiny 1.
Mm-hmm.
So.
What about the cooking game?
Oh yeah, Overcooked.
Overcooked. That game is so good. It's so good.
Remember when
I
I
love
fell
it.
asleep while we were playing?
Yeah,
it?
we were playing and
Oh, I wish you were here when we were playing Trials.
Oh,
Trials of
that was so fun. Did we talk about that on the podcast?
I don't think so. That was the
Alright.
same night. That's what
Yeah,
just
yeah.
reminded me of it.
I'm gonna hear about it right now. Let's
We
go.
were just. You can explain.
Balls!
Balls!
So in Trials, the
Gymnase!
oh my god.
Trials Evolution or what?
The newest one, which is Trials Fusion.
Fusion.
Okay, yeah.
So you know how they have the creator studio where people can make their own stages.
Yep.
So me and Brett just started picking random stages in the skill games.
It was like 1 a.m, mind you.
yeah. So we were like delirious because it was late. And so we just
You're
kept.
not delirious.
I mean, are we ever not delirious? Anyways,
Back to you, Tim.
Yeah, thanks. We ended up just picking random stages and just like goofing off. But some of these stages these people make are just insane, incredible, but insane.
And they trap you because it's like a thing you think you can't accomplish because there's all these weird ones. Like the first one we played was a basketball one.
Which,
You have to launch yourself off a roof and hit the basketball just so it will bounce. Oh, no, not even
you
bounce.
have to make it right in.
Go directly, like, I don't even know how far it was. Really far into a tiny little basket. And I just kept doing it over and over again. We're just laughing at how stupid it was.
Yeah. And then he made it.
I eventually got it.
It was the best day ever.
That's exactly what happened.
We were screaming.
Tim was like, oh!
It happened.
It was so good.
Because we were sitting there and it's just over and over because it's such a quick restart. So it's
Yeah.
just like you hit it and you know the trajectory. So
Yeah.
restart.
Oh.
And we were
Dude.
sitting there probably for like 20 minutes because at that point we invested so much time. It had to happen. We had to do it. And
Played
Brett
for
was
so
a
many
champ.
hours.
He's so good at the basketball ones. But
Eventually you start to get the trajectory right.
right,
And
you learn okay, hit it with your head at a 30-degree angle.
Right.
And you got it.
At 50 miles an hour.
Gymnase. There was one map called Gymnase.
It was fun for all. And we laughed so hard.
So,
I was
seriously.
dying.
I love when you can laugh so hard that you get all the phlegm in your throat.
Yeah, it's great.
That's the best kind of
That's
laugh.
how you know you're having a good time.
Yeah.
And then we played Overcooked after.
And if you guys don't know that game, it's like I would say a realistic restaurant simulation.
I mean,
You would know.
I would know. But basically you just cook. But the maps are designed where it's almost like solving puzzles. Oh God, as a team. But anyways, there's timers for food and all this stuff. So me and Brett were going, and he fell asleep midway through. So he's cooking. I don't even know what he's cooking. Soup. And I'm like, Brett, the soup's on fire, and he's sleeping. And I'm like, Brett, grab the soup.
I'm in the chair. He knew because my guy wasn't moving.
Yeah,
so he's like, "Are you sleeping?" And I was like, "No." You're just holding.
This guy was running in circles. The soup's on fire. I'm
It
like,
was like 2:30 in the morning. I was so tired.
oh, it was so funny. But me, Nate, and Daniel were playing it earlier.
Yeah. Did you love it?
I loved it. I
It's-
knew I
Nate's been telling me about it for a long time.
Oh, really?
No, I've been wanting. We were supposed to do a video on it. You, me, Kevin.
But not Brett.
Nope.
Not allowed.
No. Yeah,
Whatever.
because I saw it from another YouTube channel, and I was like, that's gonna be a really cool video to do it. And it's just so essentially you have to cook, and you have to collaborate and listen to your to your comrades and
Make food.
be a kitchen.
Yeah,
literally,
like there are people who have to wash dishes, there are people who have to cut, there are people who have to cook. I mean, how we play, we don't have specific jobs. We all just run, and whatever needs to get done gets done. That's how it is. Because I work in a kitchen.
Well,
That's what happens there too.
a
It's
lot of the time, we start a level,
Mhm.
and then we're like, okay, so what didn't work, what did work?
Yeah,
and,
we get a feel for what needs to be done, and then it takes us a few tries for sure. But which may I add, I hate 1-point achievements. So when we played, there was when you fight the beginning or when you beat the beginning level, you get a 1-point achievement, which drives me nuts. I cannot.
Oh, because you get an odd number.
Right, because the gamer score doesn't end at a 0 or 5, and that to me is so.
Pretty cringy.
What's even worse is the achievement I need to get is 199 points to even me out. I have to beat the entire game with 3 stars, which is just perfecting all the levels, beating them. It's so frustrating because it's such 2.89% of the people who have that game got that achievement. So it's not like an easy one.
No.
And obviously we know because we've been trying to go through and get 3 stars. We can get 2, we can get 1. It's easy. But
did it change the amount of points or whatnot you get or time when a third person came on? Did you notice that or not?
I noticed there's definitely a difference between 1 and 2 people. I didn't
there 2
notice a
and 3?
difference between 2 and 3 though.
Okay.
And when you play the game 1 player, you have to manually switch between characters. You press Y and it switches to the other person, and then you have to go and do. It's impossible. I tried it single player. There's no way. I mean, it's possible, but you have like 6 minutes. It's so much longer because there's not 2 people running around. So it doubled the time for me to beat the levels, and
Wow.
I'll just do a co-op. But anyways, it's an awesome game. Maybe we'll do a video for whatever reason.
Just because.
Just
because.
because it's fun.
But that's all I had in games. There's another game that just came out that I've been playing, but I'll talk
That's
about
all
it
I
later.
had in games, but there's something else.
Well, I'm just
I know,
saying,
you just said
people
it.
should expect there's a game that came out, Evil Within 2.
Yeah.
It's amazing, but I'm not.
Next week,
Right.
we're going to have a horror overload. next week.
Horrible.
I have multiple horror movies. I have a show I'm going to be watching this week. You have a game.
Mm-hmm.
I might have a game. And I
That'll
think
be
we're going to
one.
have a guest.
Ooh. Third guest in a row.
I think so. We got to do it before October's over.
Right.
October over.
October. Do you guys have anything else?
Dude, I think I'm spent.
Yeah.
$10.99.
Nate,
Oh, wait.
there it is.
My hands are sweaty, so you know the
His
rules.
hands are just always sweaty.
Nate,
You probably
thank
know
you
this.
so
Hand
much for
syndrome?
coming on the podcast.
I was so excited to be here, and I am going to leave even more excited.
To leave?
Come back eventually.
Oh, okay.
Because it's over.
'Cause now it's over.
Yeah, I'm
Oh.
excited to leave. Let's see you later.
See you later.
And in
Well,
case
remember-
I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, good night.
Mm-hmm. Keep it classy.
And remember,
What?
don't wear socks before you go to bed.
I hate wearing socks.
'Cause
You know, is it the foot hair?
well,
that
no,
gets
it's
all
not the
wicked
foot hair,
weird.
It's the nails. If they're too long,
No, that's the thing that's real, though.
Yeah.
well, it really is the foot hair.
I'm
It's
just saying,
it's
that's real, dude.
brutal. But
My feet get so itchy. You're like, "Ugh."
I find that you wrap wires around your toes before you go to bed, and you're like, oh, here we go. The blood is rushing from the toes to the brain. But if you're upside
This-
down,
this
You
is
don't
bad
want
for
toe
me.
blood in your brain.
but you don't have to worry about it because your
I dropped
toes
it
are
working
being
on my car.
pulled on. But the
Yeah.
blood in your brain being upside down, you're like, check it out. I'm a bat. Call me Bat Tim. But I mean,
Bat.
whatever your name is, you can't be Bat Tim because that's me. I've already taken it.
What if their name is Tim?
Well, I mean, they could be Bat Tim, but it's not fair anymore because I'm the only Bat Tim. And remember, if your elbows aren't shiny enough, then how can you fly away?